Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great hump day and you're ready to finish this week strong. Our day was a little bit abbreviated, but I'm still pleased with it. Anytime I have a green day, I'm pleased. Anytime that I execute well and follow my plan, I'm pretty pleased. So we'll look into my day here in a second, but I want to answer this question. A lot of people ask me why I'm still old school and why I still recommend putting pen to paper. And that's because paper remembers and people forget. It's our brains are automatically wired to eliminate information that may not be important. Because if it retained everything, we would probably be insane. So our brain has to filter out stuff. And in order for us to help our brain understand what we feel is important and what we need, if we write it down, we add validity to it, and we kind of write it into our brains. Now, for my high school students, I always had them write notes. Some wanted to take pictures of presentation with their cameras, and some wanted to type notes on their laptop. But I wanted them to write it because I knew if they wrote it, it was sticking to their brains, and they'd be able to draw from it. So that's why I like writing things down. When I first started trading, I had an issue with when the market opened, I'd have my trade plan set. In my mind, I had it set. And so I had the bell would ring, the candlesticks would start jumping around, the price jumping around, and all of a sudden I forget everything I was supposed to do. So when I write it down, I could always it helped me remember, but I could always refer to it if I had problems trying to figure out what I had planned. So writing it down always helped. My journal, writing it down, whenever I came to conclusions, they would stick to me better if I wrote it. Now, I'm not saying, maybe you can't stand writing, or there may be a reason why you can't write, that you have to type it in. But whatever it takes to burn the important things into your mind so that you don't lose them and you don't forget them and you can keep building off of them, then that's what you need to know. That's what you need to do. But for me, it's all about writing it down. When I write it down, I write it into my brain. That's why I don't look at my P&L during the day, because if I look at it, it's gonna burn. That number's gonna burn into my head, and I'm gonna think about it all day. So I don't even want to see that. I'll just look at it at the end of the day, and everything is done. I can't do anything about it then. So just wanted to share that with you real quick. All right, tomorrow we're having a live real-time day trading webinar. Remember yesterday I was talking about how hard it is to learn from a dead chart, and how when you're learning, it's better to see it happening live right in front of your face. This is an opportunity for you to see exactly what I do, how I build my watch list, how I vet my stocks, do my technical analysis, how I prepare for the market, and then me execute my trade plan. So this is what we do every day in the community, because like I said, the chat room is the real classroom. It's not just an extension of the education, it's the real classroom. And this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you really get the knowledge that you're going to need in order to keep growing. So come and check us out right here on YouTube. We get started at 8:30. So I look forward to seeing you there. So today, EA was a stock that I felt had great move potential. It wasn't a clean trade because we had a lot. You could see we had a lot of moving averages from the daily chart right here, the 20, the 50. We had a lot of moving averages up here. And I honestly was looking for this long at first. My first plan was to the long side. But coming into the open, we started selling off a little bit. And then we opened weak. So I had I already had a short plan in place because I told you guys in chat I couldn't take it until we got under this 50-day. Under the 50-day, I wouldn't mind shorting it because we had enough room from there to the 200. Then we had a little bit more room to the 20, the daily 20. So this thing had really good potential. But also remember yesterday how I told you the same strategy can look different on two different stocks. So yesterday I told you whenever we have a wick that's longer than the body, I go off the body. Alright, but in this case, there was too much resistance under it. So I had to wait until we got through all of that for me to be comfortable taking it. Now I could have rolled the dice and jumped in here and looked for it to get through all of this. The VWAP, the 50, no, this is the 100, then the 50-day. I could have just anticipated, but that's not, good business for me. So I'm going to wait until I get a clean move that's going to give me less stress and I can make some money off of. So you can look at yesterday. Here we went off the body. But look at what you see. There's nothing there. This is just the 52-week low, which I felt we were going to blow through anyway. So there was really nothing down below this. Over here, we still had a lot of grub. So that's why I waited until we broke the traditional 5-minute opening range, and then I jumped in. Got a really nice trade right down to my second target. So I call this a double. We hit a double out of the gate. This one back up at break even. So first trade was pretty solid. I wasn't going to get back in here because I wanted to make sure that we were going to get through all of this other garbage first and give us a clean move. This was, I drew this after we bottomed here. This line wasn't here. So I was looking for a clean move from here down to 93.17, potentially this green to red line or red to green line, whichever way you want to look at it. This was yesterday's close price. So this was the ultimate target here on this second trade. But I got in. I didn't take profit down here like I should have. I saw it. We saw the price action. And I pointed it out over and over and over again how support just kept building in off that 25 level. And it just ran up and stopped me out. Just like that. And so once it came back, I got back in. And I took profit here because this is where we turned. It only makes sense to take profit here because you don't know if it's going to bounce here and get thrown back up. Again, we might double bottom here. So I took some profit here. Missed taking it down here. This was a really quick move down. I missed it. And it turned around and ended up stopping me out. So, on a profit stop. So that was that. I had to go. Actually, I took this off. It didn't even hit a stop because I had to leave. I had to go to a doctor's appointment and I had to just let everything go. So I just called it a day right there because look at what happened to this stock the rest of the day. it sold off. Once it bounced up and got rejected here, we got back under the 20. And the second time was a charm. I mean, it chopped its way down, but this is a smooth sell-off. Pretty much like it did yesterday, right down to the target. And this is the whole time I was at the doctor's office. The whole time. I was actually looking at this thing long over the 200 here. But it rejected and came down, and it set up for a short. And if I was here, I would have been all over this. I would have been all over this thing. But, it's fine. I just let it go. If I didn't have discipline, I could have been upset, came and engaged in the market and started chasing stuff and gave back the little bit of money that I did make. So we did make just over $100, which is not bad. Remember, we're taking what the market gave us. I know that if I was here, we probably could have added another $200-300 to this. And, I feel pretty good about what could have been. And I feel good about me sticking to my rules and just not chasing anything. If nothing set up, nothing gave us a good try, so I just let it go. And we're going to live to fight another day. So add it to my total, add it to my account balance, and we're going to go into Thursday, loaded for bear. So no complaints from me over here. All right, guys, so check us out in the morning. If you're not a member, join me on YouTube, see just what I do. If you find value in it, you're going to have the opportunity to join us. I'm having a Throwback Thursday. So all of the quarterly and the yearly subscriptions are going to be thrown back to the price when I first started this community. So you still get everything you get now, but at throwback prices. And that's for the quarterly and the yearly. I think the quarterly was $149 and the yearly was $399. So, check that out. That's going to be good from midnight tonight to 11:59 tomorrow morning. So if you like what you've seen the last couple of weeks and you want to join, that's going to be the best time to do it. So you guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will catch you in the morning.